What's up YouTube, Digital Aries here, and today I have a Divine Marine Spirit. It's a G trial deck 4. Deck profile, not an unboxing, but if you are interested in what comes in the box, I don't have the manual, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what the manual will look like. And this is the game map. You got your G-Zone, and the back, you've got some various combos. Alright, that's about it. Alright, let's start off with the starter. Officer Cadet Andre. So, what can I say? This is a great starter. I've finished a lot of games using his ability. You know, it really helps you pressure your opponent just getting in that extra attack, you know. And so what is his effect? So Generation Break 1, Counter Blast 1. Put this unit into your soul. Choose another one of your rear guards once per turn. At the end of the battle that the unit attacked the vanguard, you stand it again and it gets plus 2000. So yeah, that's a really great ability, especially on units such as Magnum Assault, which can already stand to attack again. So, you know, it gives him 3 attacks in 1 turn. And if you put triggers on him, you know, let's say your Vanguard attacks and it doesn't go through, you give him a trigger, you know, that's golden. Alright, so we'll start off with the well, let's start off with the triggers. So some of my triggers will not be sleeved because I did replace some of them and I did not feel like re-sleeving. Alright, so you have these 4 crits, 4 draw triggers, as you see, Rainbow Sniper. 2 of these normal stands, 4 heals, and 2 of these special stands with effects. So what is his effect? Generation Break 1. At the beginning of the battle that this unit attacked, choose one of your other rear guards and you may exchange it with this unit. If you do, return this to your deck and shuffle it. You know, I don't run this card in the deck. I don't run any stand triggers in the deck in general. I run 8 crits, 4 draws, 4 heals. But if you were to run this in the deck, then I would say that it helps you get additional attacks in to pull off effects for the boss or other cards that require the 3rd or more or the 4th or more. So yeah, then it would help you. But you know, I don't really resolve around stand triggers because, you know, ever since adding the 8 critical triggers, I felt that I could pressure my opponent more. Even though with the stand triggers you get additional attack, I just don't feel that it has the same pressure as critting your opponent. So yes, those are the triggers. And if you're wondering what sleeves I have, they're the Card 5 Vanguard Bushiroad ones and the Bushiroad double sleeve. Alright, grade 1s. 4 8K vanillas. 4 of these Railgun Assault, and his skills in Generation Break 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets 3000. So it's a 10k attacker to the Vanguard. This is not a bad card. I feel like I don't use it as much as I should because let's say my opponent is at a 11k Vanguard or something. But if I put a trigger, obviously it'll go through. But I don't see myself using this card that much. Next up is your Gun Diver Draco Kid. And he's basically your 10k booster. This card is... It's good, but I wouldn't see myself using, you know, it all the time. Of course, being 2, you don't draw consistently, and just the fact that if you boost like a stride or something and have your opponent, perfect guard or something, it doesn't really matter how much damage you have, obviously. But on a normal Vanguard, it's great pressure, 21k with Davos. And especially if you get the effect, is Generation Break 2 effect, where your opponent cannot guard with grade zeros and it gets an extra critical, then yes, boosting with this card is absolutely amazing. You get 2 perfect guards and 3 of these Mind Star Trooper. I feel like this card is not really worth to have around. I haven't really tried him ever, but I don't really like this card. That's why I don't play it. Alright, on to grade 2s. You get 4 10k vanillas, 2 of these Battle Siron Rody. So it's basically a 12k attacker with a Generation Break skill. And I really like this card just because of it being 12k. If your opponent is in 11k Vanguard, you can just have this by itself and it'll hit, Or you can boost it with the 8k and it'll be 20. That's amazing. Next up, you get a holographic Magnum Assault. Let's try to get that. And a normal one. What can I say about this card? This is, like the bread and butter. So the skill is once per turn, Generation Break 1. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, if it was boosted, you stand and gets 2000. And, this is a great card. The effect is great. Being able to attack twice, the second time being 11k, but the only downside is you need it to be boosted. But that doesn't matter. Just getting in that extra attack is great. You can combo him for Thavas or Tidal Boars, 3rd or more or 4th or more, and it's just totally amazing the pressure you can put on your opponent with this card. And next you get 2 of these 10k intercepts. Yep, that's it. Alright, on to your grade 3s. So the man of the deck, I guess. 2 the boss. So you get a holographic one and a normal one. What is his effect? Generation Break 2. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, if it is the 4th battle of that turn or more, until the end of that battle, this unit gets +1 crit and your opponent cannot guard with grade 0. The second effect, which does have a misprint, and the same goes for Magnum Assault. It's supposed to say you're supposed to counter blast 1. Otherwise, that would be a bit broken. Okay, so his second effect is when your G unit strides. So when it says this unit, but it's supposed to be when your units attack a Vanguard. If it is the 4th battle of the turn, choose 3 of your opponent's rear guard and they have to retire one. So yeah, this card is definitely great. If you can get the 2 Generation Break 2 off early, it's pretty good pressure if you can get him to the 4th attack. In my experience, I don't use this Generation Break 2 that much, but when I do, it turns out well. Next you get 2 Battery Boom Dragon. Alright, so Generation Break 1 when it's on the Vanguard, or when it attacks a Vanguard, and when it's a Vanguard it gets 6000. So that's it's not bad. And the other effect is at the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, if it is the 1st battle of that turn, choose another of your rear guard in the same column as this unit. Exchange positions with this unit. So what does that mean? So let's say, you know, boom, I attack him. It's the first attack. Switch, attack, you know, or you can choose not to attack. And this guy gives you pretty good options, helps you, as I said before, get off his effect, you know, and overall, if you don't get Davos, attacking for 16k by itself is pretty good, especially being boosted by the Draco Kid. That's like, what, 26 to the Vanguard, and that's pretty devastating, you know. Alright, and you get the 4 Titan of the Beam Fist. It's basically your Counterblast 1 3000, and yeah, it's a okay card. For your G unit, you get 2 Marine General of the Heavenly Scale Tidal Board Dragon. Alright, so you get 1 holographic and 1 normal. What does he do? So he's a stride, and when he attacks, if it hits a Vanguard and is the 3rd battle or more of that turn, then you draw a card and you basically superior call. So yeah, this is a pretty decent card, to be honest. You know, getting off that extra attack if it hits is really good. You know, as said before, this deck, you know, is like an aggro deck. That's what Aqua Force is about, you know, aggroing the hell out of your opponent. And, you know, being able to superior call a unit, you know, it's amazing how much pressure you can put on your opponents. Alright, so, I'll go over some card synergy. So what you want your field to look like, what mine usually looks like. So I usually have 1 of him on the field. So you can have Davos or this guy, you know, it really depends on what you draw. So those will be your front lines, and your back line boosted by Draco Kid, you know, boosted by an 8k. So what's so good about this? So let's say you just put this guy in, let's say you stride it, okay? You put this guy into your soul, and usually I would give the effect to this person or these, depending on what your opponent field looked like and what their Vanguard is and whatnot. But, you know, attacking 12, restand 22, you know, that's really good, you know. Definitely great pressure. And if your opponent doesn't have a lot of cards in their hand, you know, make them burn their hand. You know, you gotta make them burn it. So even if they have a lot of cards and you can attack multiple times, you know, it burns down their hand. So that's 2 attack. Now you can set off his skill, you know, you can set off his skill, the 4th attack or more with this guy. So let's say you attack. Boom, 36,000, doesn't go through or something. You can attack with this guy. Boom, it doesn't have to hit. Counterblast 1, stand, attack for 11. You know, so in general, you're gonna have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 attacks in 1 turn. You know, that's awesome for a trial. You know, before, when I started playing again recently, but my first trial deck was definitely the Blaster Blade one, and you know, to see how far the trial decks have come is just magnificent. And I do recommend buying 2, because you buy 2, you get 2 Magnum Assault, 2 these, 2 more of these, and you know, you're basically pretty set if you're on a tight budget. So yeah, that's it for this deck profile, and thanks for watching, guys.